there we go. If you really
Oh
get in there.
my god. Ew. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Ugh. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Thomas. I have a new filming setup, a whole new shebang. Halbert back at it again with yet another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking all about the Fenty Beauty concealers. We have the concealers, we have the powder, and then just for fun, I have the diamond milk because it's my fave. I'm so excited. I have two cameras now. I'm filming with two cameras. I have the main camera and then I have a B cam right here. I noticed that you guys really loved when I did the up close shots on like my Morphe review video and when I just take my phone and get really up and close. So now we have a really insane telephoto lens. I have my girl Justine controlling the camera, doing everything for me, and we can get really close. Let's get all up in there. Get really close. You can see every last little bit. So you guys can really see how products work. If you guys love this, I'll definitely incorporate B-Cam a lot more in my videos. If you're not already subscribed, I'd love to have you. We're pretty chill over here and we enjoy memes. This shit's expensive. The cameras we're filming on, we got a whole different little setup. I'm shook. While you're down there, don't forget to hit the bell notification button so you are notified when I do post a new video. What else should I say? I did the subscribe part.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Don't forget to subscribe if you're already. Wow, I'm working on 2 brain cells. Anyways, without further ado, let's get right into this Fenty Beauty concealer and powder review. I love how that rhymes. That's so fun, right? Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do my favorite foundation and primer. So for foundation today, I'm not gonna be using the Fenty Beauty foundation because I have dry skin. It doesn't really sit that well on my skin, so I'm just gonna completely ignore that so we can give this the fairest review we can give. So I'm gonna go into my favorite foundation, which is the YSL Touche Éclat All-in-One Glow Tinted Moisturizer. This was in my favorites of 2018. It's gonna be my favorites of 2019 too. If it's on a fast track, it's one of my faves. I'm gonna be priming my skin with the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base with my Flesh hydrating primer. I don't even know the name of it. Okay, so I picked up 3 different concealer shades. I have them swatched on the back of my hand here. I'll insert close-ups for you guys, but I picked up the shades 140, 170, and 180. I went to Sephora and honestly, I hate going to Sephora and asking Sephora employees for help. It's just like, I have social anxiety, so it's always awkward because I'm the type of person that just walks up to them and I'm just like, hey, like, especially when they're just like turned around from you, and I'm like so tall, so I'm just like looking over them like, help. Or sometimes they don't even hear you, so I'm just like, I get really nervous. I'm just like, you know, that awkward little tap that you do on their shoulder. I just hate doing that. So I never really asked Sephora employees for help. So I went straight to the Fenty display, and then one of the ladies, she was actually a follower of mine. So hey girl, if you're watching, she helped me out. I told her my foundation shade and she said, okay, you should probably be between these shades. Like this will be like your perfect match. And then this would be like your highlighting shade. So I picked up 3 shades in the spectrum. So my normal foundation shade in the Fenty Beauty foundation is 190, especially when I'm tan. So I'm 190 in the Fenty foundation when I'm tan, 120 when I'm pale. So I picked up 3 different shades with a few different undertones. I got pink, neutral, and more of a yellow. I believe 180 would be like my shade now if I wanted to like kind of conceal like pimples and stuff like that, and my acne is really bad right now. And then I think I'm going to use 140 mixed with 180 to kind of get my perfect highlighting shade under my eyes. The Pro Filter Instant Retouch Concealer retails for $26. It claims to be creamy, long wear, crease proof that delivers light as air, medium to full coverage in a groundbreaking range of 50 easy to shop soft matte shades. There's a lot of shades with a lot of different undertones. I applaud you for that, Miss Fenty. It's interesting because some of the shades have different ingredient lists, which is interesting. I've never really seen that before. It's a little pricey for a concealer, but I'm not mad at it, especially if it does the thing. My only issue with this concealer is that I'm a little nervous that, because when I was swatching it in Sephora and when I was swatching it on the back of my hand, it is a little bit thick, and it's also just a little bit, I'm just a little bit nervous. So when I was doing my skincare today, I made sure I really went heavy-handed with under eye moisturizer on my under eye bags, because for me, my under eyes, they are creasy. There's a lot of creases in my under eyes. There's a lot of texture under there. Pretty dry under eyes. I do have pretty textured, creasy under eyes, and I just don't want it to emphasize any of that. So that's what I kind of look for when I am looking for concealers. My current favorite, and what I'm going to kind of compare it to because this is my favorite concealer right now, it's the Born This Way Multi-Use Concealer. So I'm just gonna, this is like the perfect concealer for me because this is hydrating-ish. It's creamy and it's not too like, it doesn't crease too much. It's just really, really nice. It's a nice concealer. So let me go ahead and apply. Oh, that's definitely gonna be too light. And I'm gonna mix it with 180 because it's definitely gonna be too light for me. I honestly think 180 would have been perfect for a highlighting shade. Wow, I played myself for sure. So before I blend that out, I know I'm gonna give a lot of people anxiety, but I did pick up 2 of the powders and I'm gonna talk a little bit more about them after I set my under eyes. But I picked up butter and I picked up lavenders. Butter is like a really nice yellow undertone, and then lavender for some reason is like a white to purple undertone. I've never really seen a powder like that before. Let me just blend out these under eyes. Oh my god, this definitely dries really fast, so you need to be very quick with this concealer. Oh shit. Ooh. Wait a minute. It's actually not creasing as bad as concealers normally do on my under eyes. Because I do have creasy under eyes for sure, but it's definitely not as bad as I thought it would be. I mean, get into that. Like, it's really...
Oh yeah, I'm in there.
It's really not that bad. I'm not mad at it so far. So I'm going to go into the shade Butter in the powder, and I'll read the claims of... There's like a little FB stamp in the powder. Oh, love that. I'll definitely read the claims after. I just need to like set this concealer right away. Otherwise, I know I'm gonna play myself. It looks like it's kind of thick. It kind of looks like the consistency of Laura Mercier. Okay, so I'm gonna dip into it. Get a little bit on the sponge. Kind of knock off some excess, and then we're gonna stamp. It smells so good. Wait a minute. How are we looking? Does it look dry? Like, how do we feel? I think the powder kind of made it a little dry under there, huh? I mean, the powder has like a very tightening effect. Like, it's very... I don't know how to explain it, but it feels very like, it feels very tight and very drying. Like even right here, like it feels very tight on my chin. Okay, so just pulling up some facts on the powder right quick. So the powder retails for $32. There is, you guys, the powder, I have never seen a powder have a shade range before. I've seen like brands like Cover FX do like three different shades, like a translucent, medium, deep. Type of powder situation. I've done that, like Maybelline has done that. A lot of brands have done that, but with Fenty, there's a whole ass like shade range of powders. It is so cool. There's what, 2, 4, 6, there's 8 different shades. I've never really seen a brand do like 8 shades of powder, and they all come in like different undertones. I of course picked up butter, and then lavender. I feel like lavender is going to be perfect if you are on a paler complexion and you want a really nice brightening up effect. I mean, I've never swatched. I mean, it's definitely like, it's like a pale purple. Get into that. It's like definitely like a pale purple, pale pink. Do you see that? It's such a weird like, but it's definitely brightening. It's definitely pretty light. And then that's the shade lavender. And then I got the shade butter. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can definitely see the difference on camera. So this is more yellow. This is more, I guess, more of a pinky. So I guess if you are in a paler complexion, I don't necessarily know if it's going to turn your under eyes like purple or pink or anything like that, but I definitely feel like it is going to be super brightening if you do have a pale complexion. So what this powder claims to do, it's a super fine, weightless, loose setting powder created in 8 sheer shades to perfect and extend makeup wear for that filtered, photo ready finish look. Okay, so just from first impressions of the powder, it is definitely like very, very drying. If you do have dry skin, I like just first impressions, I feel like this powder is not going to work for you. I am going to be honest with you. I'm kind of bummed out because I really liked how the concealer looks until I put the powder over top of it, because I feel like the powder definitely accentuated my under eyes and made them look a little bit more Sahara deserty than they needed to be. But then again, at the same time, I did kind kind of go pretty heavy-handed with the powder. So I don't know if this is like a powder where you can do, if you do a little loose hands, like a little loose hand situation, you'd be fine. It's definitely nothing like my Cover FX setting powder where it's a little bit more hydrating. It doesn't like completely dry out the skin. It makes it look a little bit silky smooth and a little bit more buttery. Like I want a buttery, like creamy, like smooth, like plastic skin under eye because I do have such dry skin. I just want to look healthy. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like, I don't know if you guys can see it on the B cam, but like even like it just looks a little bit dry and crepey. And then for some reason there's like a right, what is it, like right here there's like a bunched up like, I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if that's the concealer or the powder that did that. Like the powder like clinged on to something right here. So far, I really love the concealer, but as far as the powder goes, I'm not really into it. I'm gonna see how it wears. You know, I'm gonna wear it for a little bit, let you guys know how I feel about it. I'm gonna definitely show you guys the powder under a flash, under different kind of lighting situations, and give you guys even closer ups with my phone as well, so you guys can really see how it looks under here, because I know, again, lighting, like studio lighting, can definitely blow out the face. But I'm gonna finish up my makeup, and then I will kind of give you guys a little bit of check-ins and let you guys know how everything is holding up. So this is my face, just right after application. Like what? Like maybe, how many minutes do you think, Justine?
10, 15?
10, 15 minutes post. Oh, I forgot this thing doesn't zoom in. Whoa! Holy shit. I'm telling y'all that How Many Carats highlighter from Fenty is it. No one listens to me. This highlighter is it. Oh my God, look at that. When the spray tan wears off of your, look at that. Spray tan off your fingers. But yeah, this is 15 minutes in. I mean, honestly, it kind of like, the more it warms up into the skin, it looks pretty damn good. I'm gonna have to be honest with you. Like, I'm not mad at it. But we just ordered lunch. We're taking our lunch break after this long day, and then we're about to get into the next video that I'm filming today. But honestly, like, wow. Exposed. But honestly, I really like how it's wearing right now. I'm not mad at it. It looks really nice. Let's do like a front cam situation. So let's just zoom in a little bit so they can really get into. So how does it look to you, Justine? Because I can't see.
I don't think it looks dry at all. I think it looks airbrushed.
Like airbrushed,
yeah,
buttery?
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, like at first application, I was kind of like shocked and like it was like really dry, but I think the longer it stays on my face, the more it melts into my face and looks good. So like give it like 20 minutes, you know? And I feel like it'll be really great. I feel like I'm like, okay, hey guys. So this is like hour 2? Maybe hour 3? Ooh, my background's pretty messy. Hour 3 of having this on, and I swear to you, the longer I have it on, I have eye boogers. Oh, it's embarrassing. Okay, it's kind of stuck in there. Ooh, okay. Well, let's just be okay with it. So the longer it stayed on, honestly, the nicer and nicer it looks. Like, it just continues to melt my skin, and honestly, like, yeah, there's a little bit of creasing on my under eyes, but it's like, I already have creasing on my under eyes. Like, it's natural. It's not like it's gonna completely blur, but it didn't emphasize it and make it worse, which is what I'm kind of stoked about. Oh, I had a whole ass eye booger right there. So embarrassing. I hate eye boogers. But basically, like, as you can see, like, it's just like, it continues to look better and better and better throughout the day. Like, I know obviously this camera isn't the most high quality and I can't like get too in depth with it. And I'll definitely go into like my filming room and show you a little bit more of it up close. But in person, it looks so much better than what it did like initially applied, because when I initially applied, it was really, really dry, but now it's like really smooth. It's really buttery. Like the longer throughout the day I wear it, like the better and better it gets. And I definitely like the powder now. Like, I was a little jarred at first, gonna be honest with you, but now I'm just like, yeah, okay. Get down with my, oh my god, this highlighter is insane. I can get down with this little situation. I really love the concealer though. Like the concealer is like, even this side, like look how smooth. It looks so smooth all around. Just obsessed. But yeah. So far, I'm loving all these products. I'm gonna try to film a little bit more. I'm gonna try to film an Instagram video of my eyes and maybe my face, and give you guys another little update later on. So it's been several hours, and honestly, I like the powder, but I'm also not really here or there for the powder. It's very much so, I don't like how it applied initially after first application. Honestly, if you have really oily skin, I feel like this powder is going to be amazing for you. However, if you do have dry skin, I do notice that throughout the day, or honestly after like 15-20 minutes, it does seep into the skin, not seep into the skin, but like kind of melt into the skin and like eventually smooths out on its own. It kind of like gets rid of that really powdery like tight filling after a while, so it does feel really nice again after like 15-20 minutes after initial application. I did look up the ingredients, and it has, the first ingredient is talc and the next ingredient is, what is it, silica? Yeah, silica is like the next ingredient. And I was talking with Justine, and she knows a lot about this stuff, and like what is silica really good for?
Silica gives you like a really good poreless look. Like it's very finely milled, and so it makes your skin extra smooth, and like feels like really velvety when you rub it in between your fingers. But it can possibly give you flashback.
It can possibly give you flashback. Now, I did do a flashback check, and it didn't give any flashback. It was like amazing. And I think the reason why it didn't give any flashback is because there was like pigment to this, so there wasn't really anything to flashback off of necessarily. Dry, I technically feel like it's good for all skin types. I don't know, like I'm still kind of up in the air about this. I really honestly don't know if I like this or not. I think I will give it another go for sure. Maybe use a little bit less product. As far as the concealer goes, I feel like this concealer is absolutely amazing. I don't feel like I needed to set it. It's so weird because you guys saw it like close up that it's definitely like very creaseless. If you have dry skin, oily skin, combo skin, sensitive skin, dehydrated skin, I feel like this concealer will work for you. However, it is really thick, so be wary of that if you don't like thick concealers. I feel like it is pretty lightweight, but I don't know. It's really up to what your preferences are, but it is a very thick and creamy consistency from what I swatched and how it applied under my under eyes. That being said, I feel like the Pro Filter concealer from Fenty Beauty is definitely approved by me. It's definitely something I would recommend. I definitely can give it. I really love how brightening this was. Like even when I was just out there like eating my lunch and just like living my best life in the sun, just like when light hits it outside of the studio lights, it's just very like, even like just seeing my videographer and stuff like that, like she was saying that like my skin felt like just looked like butter. It looked really smooth, looked really bright and awake. Do I feel like you could use this if you have pale skin? Not necessarily. I feel like you should stick to lavender or even get both of them and mix them together if you're balling like that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the new lighting, the new cameras. Hopefully it's a lot better quality and something that I'm going to be doing this more often. This is going to be a part of the whole new feel and vibe of my channel. Something big is coming February 4th though, so mark your calendars. And again, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. I'll have everything I talked about in today's video linked down below. And yeah, I love you guys so much, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Bye guys. Okay, so this is post thumbnail, and I just left it on, and it dries so fast that it's just like, and look at that, it looks like, oh, it's so weird. Yeah, this concealer does not need to be set. It like dries on its own. Ugh. This is so weird. What? Ugh.
Oh, well, there we go. If you really
Oh
wanted it.
my god. Ew. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Ugh. Ew. Okay, let's stop this. Bye.